Blazing Wing Challenge.
You said 16 too?
Hey, have fun with that. I definitely watch.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, those children of all ages, the 1216 podcast is back to bring to you a quick podcast, one of the quickest ones in the world. Ah! Because 16 has to go watch NXT.
Funny as hell.
I gotta go.
Yeah, it'll be quick. No, not even just that, because I'm gonna watch that, but it's really just because we only doing solo leveling this week. We had another project that we had planned that we thought about doing. It's still in the works, so we will get that out possibly this upcoming weekend. I don't believe I have anything planned, so we might be able to do it this weekend.
My whole weekend is clear
for sure. So other than Sunday for me, because you know the game.
Exactly, and then that's gonna be
other than that.
That's a whole different beast by itself.
Yeah. So yeah, we will get that all. We'll get that out to you. So this will be a show. We're really just talking about this past week's episode of Solo Leveling, episode 5. Another good episode.
This one don't fucking miss.
For the first time for me though, I felt this was kind of a setup episode for future stuff. Yeah, future stuff to come, because we got to see the guy from the very, very first episode.
The fire dude who was bench pressing
leading the group and everything. So we got to see him and see him training in his guild and everything. Punching.
Man, he was. They told us a whole earthquake. That's right.
Talking about this ain't even a warm up. Like, hey, you got to get used to it. We used to this kind of stuff all the time around here, the guild master.
So that goes to thinking, like what we said earlier.
Maybe he ends up with their I was just gonna say, hey, 1216.
Hey,
come on,
it's
now.
A connection.
Maybe he ends up with their guild or something like that. But it really just goes this whole episode with from the beginning. You know, we see him. When I'm watching, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I first watched it, I'm like, bro, what didn't happen to him? Like, he looks completely different from the previous episode where we just saw him.
The glow up was real.
So what I'm gonna say is, like, when I talked about the cover, when I was thinking like it was him on the ground and some dude behind him, I went back and looked. That's him. Yeah. I'm like, oh, bro, that's crazy. So like he's super, he's taller now, more ripped. His hair is like completely different.
Funny shit. Fucking the nurse was trying to holler at him, talking about some. Please give me your number, please.
Yeah, no, he's just like, oh no, she probably just needs it so they can send me information. Like, no, bro,
she's trying to holler at you, my guy.
They like you now, yeah, they like you. He's like, his body was like, it looks normal, but you lift the clothes up, and it's like, oh my god, his face is average, bordering on cute. I'm hell no, they throwing them bitches.
I'm talking about shot, bro. What?
Man, bro.
Hey, but he was a dog. But this also goes to show us that money can buy you whatever you want, just not talent inside this episode as well. Yeah, because the kid who was with him, Jinwoo, who was with him, nigga sucks. He is terrible, bro.
He D-ranked,
raw talent. The sword, the shield, the armor, that's cold, bro. But man,
that was the only way he was gonna be able to manage going into a C rank dungeon, because he's a D rank. You know what I mean? So,
and the crazy part is, like, I kind of suspected something was fishy when he said it's gonna be like 2 million yen. That's way too much to give somebody if you're just coming along as like a tail along person.
When for me, it wasn't then. It was like when they got, I forgot exactly what was said, but they got like into the cave, and then he started like questioning stuff, and I'm thinking like
something is off.
Something does. He's like yeah, something does feel off, but I couldn't put my finger on what it was. And believe it or not, there have been like people sharing that people sharing that a picture of that group on Facebook saying like, y'all not ready for what's about to happen. But I saw it before I watched the episode, but I had no fucking clue, no idea like what they were talking about, what was going on. So watching it, I'm still like, bro, something does not feel right. And then they fucking pull that shit at the end.
There it is. Like, bro, they talking about some, let's just go ahead and go over some things. No, this is your first C rank.
I'm like, bro, just stay right here. What you talking? No. Something ain't right. Talking about stay here while we go back, and like, no, you plotted all this shit out. Talking about, did you bring the gear? No, I forgot it. It's back by my ride. Now we gotta go back to go get
all the way back. All the way back.
No. Something ain't right. Something ain't right.
So they came through the cave. It was a long ass walk, right? So we know Jinwoo is gonna end up winning. So the cave disappears. The disappears. So will he pop back up in a spot with them as well? That group?
I have no clue. Maybe when it disappears, maybe
because the subway,
because that's the dungeon boss.
One.
Yeah, right. That's the dungeon boss. So I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
It's not this one in the subway. It's
no.
I'm
saying remember the subway. Like he went down in the subway. And then
the
dungeon ended, came back out
in the subway. Yeah.
So he should probably come back up like right next to that group
where they are, close to him. Yeah. We'll see. I'm just really excited for next week to see
him go. To
they left us off on a real good cliffhanger. This
wait,
episode
hold on. I got it.
See him go.
I got it. Let me see how this is done. He put his arm down to the side.
I'm dead. I am dead. No, that's definitely how he was. He just made that John appear out of nowhere, talking about, "Hey, I'm finna go ahead and go to work." Like, hey, I'm really excited to see it. They left us at a great spot. You still thinking about what could possibly happen with the other group that left and everything. And my whole thinking was like, what exactly is their plan? Like, you trapped them in there,
but they got the essence stones.
Get the stuff, but they wanted to get all the mana stones that were in the cave. So how would you get them?
But they got all the ones from walking in there. So now it was a party at 8. You split the loot inside 8 ways. Now you ain't got to split it 8 ways. You split it in 6 ways. Group still eats. They still eat type stuff. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking about, because the mana in there, they won't be able to get it all.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense that they got the stuff, earlier on when they walked in and whatnot.
They went to work.
I'm sure, like, if y'all trapped them in there, how would you be able to get the stuff out? Yeah, we'll see what happens, because Jen was talking about they kind of plotted, maybe they're expecting us to escape through those holes and everything. So he's just like, nah, fuck that shit. I'm just gonna go ahead and beat the boss. So yeah, we'll see. It was really a good episode. Yeah, really good episode.
Great setup.
Some setup with the guild and all that kind of stuff for what we can possibly see in the future, and then setting up the episode for next week with him going up against this big ass spider in the cave. I was mad. Like, I could feel the episode was coming to an end, because you watch so much anime.
Yeah, you know when the plot
figure when it's reached this point for that episode. So I'm like, oh man, no, don't end. It's about to end here.
Insert to be continued.
With the sword looking at the shit. You know what I mean? With the sword looking at him, like, oh, they're gonna go crazy. We'll have that, and we'll have a good One Piece episode to talk about too, with fighting in that as well. So it'll be, hey, switch. Y'all will see. Y'all will know what I'm talking about when we get to the episode for sure. But great solo leveling episode. Like we said, really can't wait to see what happens next week, or this upcoming Saturday's episode. We'll be back to talk about that and One Piece, and then we'll have the whole little special thing we have kind of split off into its own thing. So that's it for me. Anything for you, 12?
Man, dog, Solo Leveling doing this thing. They doing this fucking thing.
They were not lying. The hype behind this was real.
It's real. I'm glad.
Every episode has been good.
I'm glad they found this animation studio to actually create their stuff with, though. Like the Arthur. This is a great studio. Like, they're doing one hell of a job with this shit.
It's been great.
Man,
it has been great.
Only get better. I mean, ain't shit topping Egghead, no matter what anime I look at right now. Shit topping that, because we know what's coming inside there. But with that being said,
man. So, like we said from the beginning, it was going to be a quick one, because we just had Solo Leveling, but we wanted to get that out to talk to you all about the episode, because it was another good one. Man, some good stuff to come. Good stuff to come from One Piece as well. So stay tuned. We will be back next week with the podcast with those 2 episodes, and then, like we said, our little special project that we're working on. That'll be something in itself. So make sure you tune in for that when we drop it. Thank you all for making it to this point in the video, because if you did, whether you watched it or let it run, that means you have watched the whole thing, whatever it is. That really helps out the channel, helps out the video a lot, gets it out there for people to see. If you did enjoy it, if you did actually watch it and like what we had to say and everything, make sure you hit that like button. Helps the video as well, gets it out there to people. If you want to see, whatever we have, whatever we're dropping, the podcast, chapter reviews, reaction videos, whatever, you know what I mean? Game nights, everything we do on the channel. You can see it in the playlist, all the different stuff that we do, all this different stuff that we have.
One-stop shop,
you can check it, everything, man. just hit that subscribe button. And then if you want to get notified every time we drop something new, hit that notification bell. You'll get notified anytime we drop something, and we will see you in the next one.